And after about a week of not uploading, I am back and ready to go with this Raiders franchise. The first thing it had me do was set a goal, which obviously was make the playoffs, because we're starting in the 2016 season, and at this point the Raiders still haven't made the playoffs, even though I know they have in real life. Now this offense is a juggernaut. We got Derek Carr, we got Latavius Murray with a couple great backups in Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington. I'm going to go ahead and put DeAndre Washington in the third string role, because Tywan Jones seems more like a special teams guy to me. Now we have, at our receivers, we got Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree and Andre Holmes. I was thinking about changing Andre Holmes to the fourth string wide receiver and putting Seth Roberts in the slot, but I decided not to. Now this line is great. We got Donald Penn and Osemele on the sides with Gabe Jackson and Rodney Hudson in the middle. Now on our defense, we've got some good linebackers. We've got Aldon Smith. I know that he wasn't actually in this season, but I decided that I'm going to let him play. Bruce Irvin is in. Perry Riley. Reggie Nelson. Carl Joseph is a rookie that I look forward to. David Amerson. Sean Smith has a lot to prove, and I hope that he does. Stacy McGee and Dan Williams. Mario Edwards Jr. at right end. And the man Khalil Mack at left end. I'm hoping this guy can make a lot of plays for us. I hope he can get more than 10 sacks this season. And finally, at cornerback 3, we have TJ Carey. Now for our schedule, we open up against the Saints at New Orleans, and then we go ahead and we face the Falcons in week 2 in Oakland. In week 3, we get into a matchup against the Titans, and the Titans are a pretty good team, and we're going to be facing them in Tennessee. We also take on the Ravens in week 4 in Baltimore. We face the Chargers in Oakland, the Chiefs in Oakland, and then we have 2 away games, both of them being in Florida against the Jaguars and the Buccaneers. Then we face the Broncos at home. We have the bye week. We face the Texans at a Monday night game in Mexico, and then we go against the Panthers at home, and then the Bills at home. And the Bills game is going to be a fun game to watch. Tyrod Taylor has a pretty fast-paced offense, and I really hope that this defense and secondary can keep up with them. Now, then we have 2 away games, both of them being division games, against the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs game is going to be a primetime game on Thursday night. And then on Saturday, we face the Colts in week 16, and then week 17, we're going to close out the season against the Broncos in Denver. And here we are in week 1 in New Orleans in the Superdome, and the 2 players to watch this week are Latavius Murray and Mark Ingram. They're both bruising running backs. Mark Ingram is a little slower than Latavius, but they both can pack a punch. We are here in front of this amazing crowd, and Brandon Cooks and Drew Brees are the players to rally around for the Saints offense. Brandon Cooks is so speedy, and Drew Brees has a great arm. He can lob it deep if he has to, and that's a pretty good combination. Let's hope that David Amerson and Sean Smith can keep up. And the Raiders' defense is on the field to kick things off. Drew Brees is stepping back. Sean Smith about jumps in front of the pass, but Thomas catches it, and he's running down the sidelines. He's got men after him, and David Amerson stops him at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 53 to open up the game. 48 of those yards were picked up after the catch, and that's not a good look for Sean Smith already. He almost had the pick. If he could have been there just a little bit earlier, he probably could have had the pick. That was a perfectly placed ball, though. Drew Brees couldn't have thrown it any better. Now, after the big gain on 1st and 10, Drew Brees steps back and he's looking to run it with Ingram. He runs a man over and he takes it down to the 22-yard line. Not the biggest gain, but he did knock over a couple Raiders in the act, only a gain of 1. Now let's take a look at the Saints' offense. Their offensive line is great, but the real deal here is Brandon Cooks and Mark Ingram. Drew Brees wasn't on the screen there, but he's a big piece of this offense. Mark Ingram gets the handoff up the middle. He makes a man miss, taking that down to the 7-yard line. 16 yards already, just off of 2 carries, and they are already in the red zone. Here's this Raiders defense. Dan Williams, Stacy McGee clogging up the middle. You got Khalil Mack creating pressure in the backfield. Aldon Smith, Perry Riley, and Bruce Irvin are your linebackers. Carl Joseph is a hard-hitting safety. I hope he can do work in this game. Now on 2nd and goal, Drew Brees is going to give the handoff to Mark Ingram, and he's taken down for no gain. That's 3rd and goal. Now on 3rd and goal, Drew Brees is going to step back. He's going to look around, and he throws that, picked off by Sean Smith in the end zone. What a play by Sean Smith, keeping in front of Michael Thomas this time. And that's a great play. He couldn't do that earlier because the ball was so perfectly placed by Drew Brees. Not that time. And the Raiders aren't off to a good start. Derek Carr already taken hits. That's an incompletion, though. He did a good job getting the ball out of his hand. Now on 3rd and 12, that's a toss to Taiwan Jones. He's fighting, and he gets the first down. What a play by Taiwan Jones. He fought hard for that first down, and he earned it. Here's a handoff to Latavius Murray. He's trying to push through a linebacker, but he cannot. That's 2 rushes for 0 yards. Rush game not getting off to a good start. Now Derek Carr is going to drop back on 2nd and 8. He's going to take off to the left side, and he takes the punishment just a couple yards away from the first down. He probably should have slid there. He didn't have to try to grind out for that first down. He didn't get it anyways. Now a handoff to Latavius Murray. There's some room, and he gets slammed at the 43-yard line. Gain of 4. That run by Latavius Murray got the first down, and he's not looking too bad. Derek Carr is getting pressure, but he takes off again, and he fumbles it, but Donald Penn comes in, and I think that was Donald Penn, and he saved the day right there, recovering the fumble. What a play. Derek Carr really needs to start sliding in these situations. Donald Penn won't be able to bail him out every single time. Now here's a toss to Latavius Murray. He's got some room. He's got one man to break through, but he cannot get through that one man. 4 rushes for 15 yards on the day. That's the 38-yard line. Here's another handoff. Jalen Richard, but he's going nowhere. Dropped at the 40-yard line. Derek Carr drops back. Looking around, he throws that to Cooper, and he catches it, breaks a tackle, and gets taken down at the 14-yard line. There's Amari Cooper's first catch. Hopefully that gets him going. I'm expecting him to do some work in this game. That's 27 yards. I really like the way that Amari Cooper can jump up and get these catches. He usually doesn't always come down with them. He had some catching issues in his rookie season, but right there, I appreciate what I saw. Now it's a fake to Jalen Richard, and that's a pass to Clive Walford. Did he get in? No, he is marked down at the 1-yard line. That looks pretty good to me, and Jack Del Rio is going to challenge. What are they going to do? Here's the replay, and he was just a little short, just barely short. His knee got down. If he would have had the ball in his other hand, that could have been a touchdown. But Clive Walford did set them up at a 1. Here's a run by Murray, and he dives into the end zone, crossing the plane. Touchdown Raiders. That's the first of the season, and they earned it. Now, off the kickoff, the Saints get set up at the 25. Another handoff to Mark Ingram. He had a little bit of room, but couldn't break through the little hole that there was. And he got a gain of 2 yards right there, setting them up on 2nd and 8. This time a fake. Stacy McGee bit on the fake, and David Amerson got beat deep by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has taken that one to the house. Touchdown, Saints, and they answered back so quickly. That's a 73-yard touchdown. Let's see what happened here is David Amerson got lost on that play. You cannot let Brandon Cooks beat you, because once he's ahead of you, you are probably not catching up. Bad play by David Amerson. That's a touchdown. You can't take that one away. Now on 1st and 10, the Raiders set up at the 26. That's a good pass down to Crabtree, and he did a good job holding on to it after getting hit. They are down at midfield. That's 24 yards. Now Derek Carr looking to add more to this drive, and he gets smacked from both sides. That's a half a sack for Webb, and that was not a good look for this Raiders offensive line. Now on 2nd and 19, Derek Carr lobs it deep. That's caught by Crabtree. How did he come down with that one? That was a good fight in the air, and Crabtree is great at that. 41-yard reception for him, and that is 64 yards on just his past 2 receptions. And Michael Crabtree is so great at this, just going up and grabbing the ball and never letting go. Now on 2nd and 10, Derek Carr is getting the snap. He's looking across the middle. That's Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper hauls that one in at the 11-yard line. Only 2 receptions on the day for Amari Cooper, but he is getting some yards, and that's a handoff to Latavius Murray. Did he get the first down? I thought he did, but they're going to call it 4th and inches. The Raiders come back out on the field and they get the first down. They weren't going to give up that easy deep in the Saints territory. What a great play by Derek Carr on the QB sneak. Now on 1st and goal, Derek Carr gets sacked. Once again, that's Sheldon Rankins, and he is going to be all over the place in this game. Derek Carr steps back. He throws that one to Clive Walford, and he is down at the 3-yard line. It's not going to take much more to get into the end zone, but can they do it? Amari Cooper's in motion on the left side. Murray gets it out to the right side. He got far outside, beating Cameron Jordan. His speed is phenomenal for his size. That's a touchdown for the Raiders, making it 14-7. The Saints are set up and handing it off to Mark Ingram. They're just going to continue trying to rush it, and that's only 19 yards on the day for Ingram. Another handoff to Ingram, and he's not getting anywhere once again. That might just be a gain of 2 or a gain of 1. Call it a gain of 2. And on 3rd and 7, the Saints finally decided to do away with the run, and they pass it to Coby Fleener, getting them a first down. He's down at the 37-yard line, 134 yards for Drew Brees. Now on 1st and 10, Drew Brees is going to hand it off to Ingram once again. He tried to hurdle, but he got clipped in midair. Only a gain of 4. Now on 2nd and 6, you see a man stepping up. That's Perry Riley, and he gets hit as he throws it, and that one goes flying out of bounds, setting them up on 3rd and 6. The Raiders are only going to need one more stop if they want to get the ball back. Drew Brees, he's looking, and he gets that one to Fleener again. They allow 2 first downs for Coby Fleener, and that's not a good look for these guys in the middle. At the 48, Drew Brees hands it off to Ingram again, and Ingram takes it to the 46. He's being a workhorse so far. 9 carries, just barely getting into the second quarter. And it's another handoff to Ingram. He's got room this time, though, and he can't break it for a touchdown. But he did get a first down, and you cannot complain about that. 42 yards on the day for him. That was his 10th carry, and here they are on 1st and 10. Here comes his 11th carry, and he's going to take that one for about a gain of 3. Yes, no, gain of 4. The Saints are bunched up at the 31 with only one man in the backfield. Drew Brees throws that one to Fuller on the left side. He makes TJ Carey miss, and he's taken down at the 15-yard line. He really made TJ Carey look silly right there. Now from the 15, Drew Brees is stepping back. He's got pressure. He throws that one as he's hit, and Sean Smith makes the tackle at the 8-yard line. He hasn't been looking good so far this game, only that one interception. Drew Brees handoff to Ingram, and he's stopped by Brennan Trawick in the backfield. That's 3rd and 9. Now they just need one stop here, and Drew Brees tosses that one outside, and he gets pushed out of bounds by TJ Carey, making it 4th down, and they're going to have to settle for the field goal. Now on the kickoff, we got Johnny Holton returning. He's going to try to take this one to the left side. He's got room on the left side, but one man stops him at the 23. If he gets around that guy, he's going to get a lot more yards. Now Derek Carr stepping back. He's got Crabtree breaking open on the left side, but the pressure is there, stopping Derek Carr from going anywhere. Now Derek Carr, he's got pressure once again, but he throws it on the run, and he cannot get the first down. That's Tywan Jones. He had to tiptoe out of bounds. Unfortunately, he stopped 1 yard short. And Marquette King comes out to punt. Everybody knows he has a big leg. Let's see if he can shoot it deep. And this one goes flying across the field. It gets down in the 5-yard line, but bounces into the end zone. He could have capped that one off great if it would have just stayed out of the end zone. Another handoff to Ingram, and he's stopped by David Amerson. And David Amerson's hurt. He's grabbing his right foot. I hope he's okay. He looks like he's in a lot of pain right now. He's probably going to have to get helped off the field. Hopefully that's not too big of a shot to this defense as Drew Brees lobs that to the middle for Mark Ingram, a gain of 0. Now Sean Smith's definitely going to have to step up because now he's going to be guarding Brandon Cooks. Let's hope he can get the job done. And he's not getting the job done right here as Brandon Cooks is wide open deep. And just as we were talking about it, Sean Smith lets Brandon Cooks go deep, and that's a touchdown. Like I said earlier, once he's gone, he's gone. You're not catching him. This one is from 79 yards. Now Sean Smith needs to stay step in step with Brandon Cooks if he wants to win this game. Now Taiwan Jones is back deep to return this kick. He's going to take this one up the middle. He has some daylight, but he can't get through. He breaks a tackle, and he's stopped at the 37-yard line. If that pocket wouldn't have collapsed, he could have gone all the way. That's a 41-yard return, though. Good return by Taiwan Jones. Now, what was that? Derek Carr trying to get it to Latavius Murray, but he threw that a mile over his head. Nobody was in the area. He's lucky no Saints were in the area. Derek Carr rolls out left and gets hit as he throws it. That one could have easily been picked off as well. Now on 3rd and 10, Derek Carr is obviously struggling in the pocket, and he throws that one to Walford, and that might have gotten them the first down, but there is a flag. Let's see what it is. And that is holding on the offense, and that is Austin Howard getting the hold, and that's going to back them up. Oh no, the Saints declined the penalty. This is giving them 4th and inches. And the Raiders, they're going to punish them for giving them such a short field on 4th down. Jameez Alawale gets the first down. 7-yard pickup on that play. And here's a handoff to Murray. He's got room. He's got a block from Jameez. And he's going to be taken down after a 5-yard gain. That's 26 yards on the day. 2 touchdowns, though. They're going to run the same play, but to the opposite side. And he gets tripped up on his own man. And he's only going to get a gain of 2 right here. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Derek Carr is going to drop back, and he throws that one to Crabtree. Good job getting the pass and getting on the ground for the first down. The Raiders got 4 receivers out, and they're going to try to go to the screen, but Derek Carr gets sacked by Cameron Jordan. That's his first sack on the day. He says hello to Derek Carr. Now Derek Carr's got the ball in 2nd and 18. He's going to throw it out to Murray. He bowls over a man. He bowls over a second guy, and finally gets taken down at the 27-yard line. What an insane play by Latavius Murray. Great route. Look at this great catch and great run after the catch. Look at that. Just bowls over that guy, runs that guy over, and almost got past that third guy. He was just carrying men all over the field with him. And Derek Carr's going to look to run, but he fumbles the ball, and that one's picked up. Who picked that up? I think that's Gabe Jackson. Gabe Jackson picked that one up. He saved Derek Carr again. That was Sheldon Rankins' 2nd sack on the day. Now here comes Sebastian Janikowski on a 44-yard boot. That one's good. Now the Saints get set up at the 25-yard line, and Drew Brees is looking to get some work done. He throws that one to Brandon Cooks, and he gets swung around by DJ Hayden. Hopefully DJ Hayden can help contain him too. And now Drew Brees is going to look to pass again, and he's going to get hit as he throws it, and that one's going out of bounds. He did a good job getting rid of that one as he was getting hit. That's going to be 3rd and 7. Drew Brees is going to drop back once again, and he throws that one to Thomas, and Thomas has been getting open against Smith too. It just seems like Smith can't guard anybody right now. Drew Brees is getting hit once again, and he gets that one away. Another throwaway for Drew Brees. The second half is almost going to come to an end, and Fleener gets the ball once again, and he gets tackled. 3rd and 3. The Saints called their timeout. Drew Brees is looking to go outside, but that one's going out of bounds, and they're going to have to punt it to the Raiders. Here's Morstead on the punt, and he punts that one out of bounds at the 24-yard line. What an awful punt by Morstead. That's not a good look for him. Now they're going to try to get things set up on the screen, but Derek Carr cannot get the pass off. That's 3 sacks for Sheldon Rankins, 2nd and 20. Now with only 20 seconds left in the second quarter, Derek Carr getting hit again. This is so uncharacteristic of this line. Usually they barely ever allow any pressure. Here's a handoff to Taiwan Jones. They're just playing for field position right now, trying to run out the clock. And Marquette King's going to come back out here for another punt. Let's see if he can do what he did on his last one. He punts that one deep, and that one's going to drop at about the 10-yard line. It's bouncing back, and it's caught by DJ Hayden at the 13-yard line. What an amazing punt. He is just tearing it up with his leg, and Mark Ingram's going to be dropped, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. Now into the second half, Johnny Holton is getting the return, and he takes that to the left side. He weaves back into the right, and then he tries to go back out to the left, but that hole had already closed up. He's down at the 33. Not a bad return, though. Now Derek Carr is glad that he got set up there, and he's going to throw that one to Crabtree down the left side. Knocked out of bounds at the 42. 200 yards on the day for Derek Carr. Still no touchdowns. And Michael Crabtree broke 100 yards on the same play. Derek Carr is going to throw that one to Cooper, and if Cooper could get more outside on that play and get down the sidelines, that's a potential touchdown. But that's his 75th career catch, and he got that one down to the 18-yard line. Now here's Murray running to the outside. Can't get past that man, and he's going to be dropped for no gain. Now they're going to be running the play action here. Derek Carr's rolling out left. He doesn't see anybody open, but he does get that one out to Michael Rivera, and he tiptoes out of bounds, setting up 3rd and 4. Derek Carr throws that one to Amari Cooper. You cannot drop that in the end zone. So now instead of getting a touchdown, the Raiders are now settling for a field goal, making it 20-17, and Brandon Cooks gets that one across the middle. That's such a big gain. They will not stop allowing these big gains by Brandon Cooks. That's 4 receptions for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is absolutely massacring this defensive backfield, and now Hightower gets the carry, and that's only 2 yards. Now Drew Brees is going to step back once again, and he's throwing that one to Cooks. He makes a man miss, and he is just destroying these guys in the defensive unit, and they're making our guys look silly. Drew Brees is also tearing it up. Mark Ingram cannot say the same, though, as he gets dropped. Whoa, he broke a couple tackles there. He's getting some yards, but he's also getting a lot of carries. That was a gain of 5, and he's got another carry here, and he's going to get dropped for a gain of 2. That makes it 3rd and 2. One more stop, and the Raiders would force a field goal, and it's going to be a handoff to Ingram, and he's going to get the first down. That was about a gain of 8, and Mark Ingram is being a big workhorse right now, and they're going to hand it to him once again. Being the workhorse of this offense, he is tiring out these Raiders players, and he's tiring them out, and then they just throw it to Brandon Cooks. It's a great strategy, but hopefully the Raiders will catch on here sooner or later. Now on 2nd and 3, it's another handoff to Ingram. He takes that one to the right side. He fights forward and gets knocked into the end zone by Sean Smith. Carl Joseph probably could have stopped him at about the 1, but Sean Smith came in and knocked him into the end zone. Derek Carr is going to roll out right. He throws that one across the middle of the Crabtree, and he hauls it in at the 40-yard line. 243 yards on the day for Carr, 117 for Crabtree. Now, from the 40-yard line, Derek Carr's got some pressure, but he throws that one to Cooper, and that one was almost grabbed by Cooper. He can't hold on to that one either. Hopefully that drop in the end zone earlier will be his last drop. Now here you see Walford hauls it in at the 45-yard line, and he's got 43 yards on the day. Now from the 1st and 10, Murray gets the handoff. He had some daylight up the middle, but he couldn't burst through the hole fast enough. That's 33 yards on the day for him, just above 10 carries. Now Murray gets a handoff again. Here's 12 carries, and he's down at the 35-yard line. Derek Carr's going to drop back this time, and he's going to lob it deep to Cooper, and Cooper comes down with it. When he does catch the ball, it's an amazing catch. What a great job fighting in the air for that ball. 33 yards, down at the 2-yard line. Now Amari Cooper is about to hit 100 yards as well. He's got 91 on the day. And look at this replay. He's running down the field. He cuts out to the right side, and he just jumped straight up. The way he just melodically just grabbed the ball out of the air was insane. Now Murray gets the handoff. He runs that to the right side. Touchdown for the Raiders. That makes this game 27-24 after the extra point. And Ingram gets the handoff on the Saints' next possession, and he takes that one down to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 right there. And now they've got nobody in the backfield this time, so I hope that Mark Ingram's not running it. And Drew Brees is going to step back. He's got a lot of time, and he throws that one to Thomas down the middle. Sean Smith getting beat once again, and this is not a good look for him, actually considering changing his role when David Amerson gets back. Now Drew Brees throws that one to the right side, and Aldon Smith takes the man out of bounds, making it 3rd and 5. Now the Raiders just need to stop him here, and they're going to, forcing Drew Brees to throw it away. The pressure was coming in from the right side. That was Mario Edwards. Now Derek Carr's going to step back on 1st and 10. A man topples over in front of him. He's got time. He throws that one down to Murray, and he's got a lot of room to run. He trucks over a guy again, laying on top of multiple Saints down at the 44-yard line. Murray is great for run after catch. He just has to catch it. Now Derek Carr is going to roll out left, and why did he throw that one? That one's picked off. This one might go back for a touchdown, but Latavius Murray is on him at the 1-yard line. Terrible pass by Derek Carr. Don't know what he was thinking there. And that's a fake handoff to the fullback, and Ingram's going to carry Joseph into the end zone. That's a touchdown, and that is going to give the Saints the lead 31-27. Derek Carr hoping to make things better, and he gets hit and he fumbles it. That's picked up and taken into the end zone. That's going to make it 38-27. The Raiders are losing this lead so quick. That's 2 touchdowns back-to-back for the Saints, both of them within 5 seconds. Now Derek Carr throws that one to Walford down the middle. They're actually going to try to get something going here. He's at about midfield, and Derek Carr just passed 300 yards on the day. And let's see what he can do now. From the 49-yard line, Derek Carr throws that one to Walford, and he drops it. Another drop for this offense, and that's about 3 now on the day, 2 of them from Cooper. Derek Carr's going to drop back once again, and he throws that one to Rivera, and Rivera makes a catch and is brought down at the 34-yard line. Rivera's actually showing some promise here in this game. Now Derek Carr's going to look back again, and he throws this one to Murray. Murray can't truck over 2 guys at the same time, though. Now the Raiders hurry back up to the line, and they're calling some audibles, and Derek Carr is going to step back. He's got time in the pocket, but he does get sacked. A man makes it through. That's Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack on the day, making it 3rd and 12. The Raiders are backed up deep. Let's see if they can get this first down. Derek Carr's going to throw that one to Smith, and he's going to try to truck over a guy and get the first down, but he is short. 4th and 1 from the 26-yard line. The Raiders aren't going to fight for this one. They're just going to take the points while they can get them. And that's a good kick by Sebastian Janikowski. That one was a 43-yarder. That's 2 40-yard kicks on the day for Janikowski. Now Mark Ingram gets a handoff. Not going anywhere once again. Surprise, surprise. And they're going to hand it to Ingram once again. And he's not going anywhere once again. Only about a gain of 3 yards. They're just grounding and pounding, though. They're wearing out this Raiders defense. And now they're going to decide to pass it. But Khalil Mack says no and takes out Drew Brees. That didn't count as a sack, though, as Drew Brees actually got past the line of scrimmage. And here comes Morstead out for another punt. It's going to be Tywan Jones returning. Let's see what he can do. He fields it at the 15-yard line, and he's weaving back and forth. He can't get across the 40, but he does get brought down at the 36, making it across the 35. Now from the 36, Derek Carr is going to drop back. He's got time, and he throws that one to Holmes, and Holmes makes the reception and goes down at the 47-yard line. That was Holmes' 2nd reception on the day, and it was a good one. Now Derek Carr is dropping back. He's got a lot of time now, and he's rolling out right. He's going to go ahead and take off, and he gets knocked out of bounds, just barely short of the first down. Let's see if Latavius Murray can grab it for him, though. And he does take it to the right side. He had some room, and he got through to the defense down at the 36-yard line on the other side of the field. 47 yards on the day for him. Now Derek Carr is going to go ahead and hand it off to Richard this time. And Richard finds some room on the right side. He breaks a tackle, but does get knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's 14 yards on the day for him. 102 rushing yards altogether on this offense. Now Derek Carr is going to roll out left, and he's going to throw that one to Cooper. And Cooper hauls this one in at the 7-yard line. About 400 yards on the day for Derek Carr. 397. And Amari Cooper reached 100 on that play. Now Jalen Richard gets the handoff, and he takes that one down to the 3-yard line. That's 16 yards on the day for him. 3rd and goal is on the way. Cooper in motion. Murray gets the toss. This is a similar play to earlier, but they're on it. But Latavius Murray won't stop fighting. He gets the touchdown. What an amazing play. He had a man in front of him. The Saints actually called that right there, but you can't stop him. He made his own hole right there. Now they're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion here to tie the game up, and that one's knocked down. That's not going to get it for them. They're going to have to stop the Saints and get the ball back and try to score. Now the Saints get the ball at the 24 with 2 minutes left. They ran out a lot of the clock, and there was some pressure on Drew Brees that time, but he throws it to Ingram and he gets knocked out of bounds. Drew Brees has about 350 yards on the day as well. Now Drew Brees is going to try to throw it again, and he gets that one to Fleener, and this man was a first down machine on this game. I think he only had 3 receptions, and all 3 of them have been first downs. Now they're going to hand it to Ingram again, just trying to run out this time, and they hit the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 13 from the 35. They're going to hand it off again, but the Raiders are ready for it, stopping him at the 39-yard line. Now 3rd and 9, they're going to try to get this first down, or they're just going to run it. The Saints are trying to run out as much time as they can, but the Raiders call a timeout. 4th and 10, they're going to get the punt. Let's see what they can do with it. Tywan Jones feels it at the 5. He's going to try to cut right. He's got room, but he stops, and he gets hit and dropped at the 16-yard line. If he keeps going around that right side, he could get a lot more yards. The Raiders are going to need a miracle here if they want to get down here, but Latavius Murray is not going to be the start of it because he's dropped at the 11-yard line on a failed screen pass. That's a loss of 5. Now the Raiders are going to hurry back up to the line. They're going to try to get something going, and Derek Carr is going to step back, but he's going to get hit as he throws it. At least he didn't take the sack there. He got to stop the clock. That's 3rd and 15. What are the Raiders going to do? They need yards here. And Clive Walford gets the first down at the 30-yard line. They're going to have to hurry up to the line, and what are they going to do? They're going to spike the ball here. Now they're going to spike the ball, and they're going to have about 30 seconds left. They're going to have 30 seconds to get into field goal range and try to kick a field goal to end this game. Now Derek Carr is going to drop back, and he's going to try to lob this one. He throws it over the middle to Latavius Murray. These short passes aren't going to do you much good in this situation, and they call their last timeout with 20 seconds left. And Derek Carr lobs that one, and it's about picked off. Michael Crabtree playing defense on that play, though, getting the ball out of the defender's hands. Now Derek Carr on 4th and 1 with 17 seconds left. He throws that one deep. It's caught by Michael Crabtree down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders need to get back to the line. They have 10 seconds to do so. They need to spike the ball. Can they get back to the line? It's going to be up to their offensive lineman. And Derek Carr gets back to the line. He spikes it with 1 second left. What a miracle. The Raiders got the ball spiked, and now they're going to have to get the field goal to win the game. Sebastian Janikowski's lined up. He's kicked 4 or 3 already this game, and that one's good. The Raiders pull it off, winning by 1 point. What an amazing play by Derek Carr, getting back to the line and spiking the ball with just 1 second left. What an amazing play. I cannot describe that one. Just amazing. That boggles my mind. There were 17 seconds left. They got the pass downfield about 50 yards to Crabtree. Hurried back up to the line. Great awareness by this Raiders offense, getting back to the line and spiking it. Now the Raiders did give up a huge lead that they had. They had about a 14-point lead at one point, and then they gave it back to the Saints. And the Saints scored 2 consecutive times. Derek Carr was amazing in this game. 460 yards. He didn't throw any touchdowns, though, but that one interception does kind of tarnish his stats. But 460 yards, are you kidding me? That's a good gain. Now, Latavius Murray here had 52 yards, and he had 4 touchdowns. What an amazing game by him. He came up huge in a lot of situations, made a lot of big plays. Now, Mark Ingram did have 90 yards on the day, but that is off of 28 carries. Michael Crabtree broke 150 yards today with 158, and Amari Cooper had 105 yards today. And the bad part, Brandon Cooks almost had 200 yards this game. He had 2 touchdowns. Both of them were huge. Now, there were a lot of drops in this game. There were 5 altogether, 2 from Cooper, 2 from Walford, and 1 from Murray. One of them could be excusable for Amari Cooper, but one of them is absolutely not excusable. You cannot drop the ball in the end zone, especially whenever you're the center of this receiving core. But today, Michael Crabtree looked like he was the center of this receiving core. Brandon Cooks absolutely demolished our secondary. With David Amerson hurt, there wasn't much help after he was gone. Now, Bruce Irvin did lead the team today in tackles with 10. Mario Edwards, Perry Riley, and Khalil Mack each had 7. Sean Smith today, he had an interception. I'll give him that. But the plays that he gave up were ridiculous, and there is a huge problem with that. He is the starting cornerback. David Amerson is probably going to be the starting cornerback whenever he gets back. Sean Smith just gave up some ridiculous plays, and that shouldn't have happened. Sebastian Janikowski was the man this game. Made 4 for 4 field goals. 3 of them, or 2 of them actually, were more than 40 yards. The last one was almost 40. Now Marquette King did insane punting. 66.5 average yards per punt. I know he only punted it 2 times, but 66.5 yards per punt? That's crazy. Now that is going to be it for this episode. I can't wait to bring more of these in the future. This is going to be so much fun for me, especially since it's the Raiders. You know, it's my favorite team. Now, if you guys really enjoyed this, I would really appreciate it if you like the video. Comment if you have any feedback or suggestions. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.